Memorials honoring our nation's war heroes can be seen across Long Island in parks and plazas, on bridges and benches, in bronze and stone. But some of the most poignant remembrances are private ones.
I come up here at least once a day.
Mariana Winchester's special memorial is tucked away on the second floor of her Rockville Center home.
Hello, son.
This is First Lieutenant Ronald Winchester's bedroom, a room frozen in time. The 25-year-old Marine was killed by a roadside bomb on his second tour of duty in Iraq on September 3, 2004. To honor her fallen son, Mariana kept Ronald's room exactly as he left it 21 years ago.
I walk in here and I feel pride because of the fact it's our country. You know, his love for our country was the most important thing to him.
Ronald loved the military from the time he was knee-high. The Marine costume he wore as a young boy for 4 Halloweens in a row until it no longer fit still hangs in the closet. The Navy football jersey and helmet he sported as an offensive lineman for the U.S. Naval Academy still sit among a collection of baseball caps and Marine memorabilia.
I'll look at that stuff and then I'll look at it, I'll, kiss it or whatever, touch it, and then I put it back. I put it right back where it belongs.
And then there's his Chaminade High School football jacket.
That I can't part with.
In East Northport,
they sacrifice for all of us. How can you say, I got to move on,
Tim Shear holds on to memories of his fallen son. 21-year-old Marine Corporal Christopher Shear was killed by a sniper in Iraq. That was July 21st, 2007. But inside his bedroom, it's like yesterday. The walls are plastered with stickers and posters celebrating his Northport High School lacrosse team, favorite Al Pacino movie, and teenage crush. A collection of quirky knickknacks from his world travels fills the shelves. His coveted Eagle Scout badge sits on his desk.
He crammed everything he could into his life. He had fun, he had friends, he had a good time.
And Christopher had a mission. Newspaper clippings of 9/11 taped to a wall show his motivation for enlisting.
We wouldn't change a thing. We just would have hoped it would have ended differently because he became who he wanted to be.
For the families, preserving their fallen sons' bedrooms is not only a show of respect and honor, it's a way for them to ease their heartache.
I can touch everything and know this was Jordan's room.
For Joanne Lyles, her fallen son's bedroom is a place of peace and reflection. Marine Lance Corporal Jordan Herter was killed by a suicide bomber in Iraq 17 years ago. He was her only child.
A lot of Jordan's things are still there.
Why have you decided to do that?
It would feel like I'm erasing him a little bit, I guess.
Jordan was a warrior on the battlefield, but the 19-year-old was also a kid at heart. His room in Sag Harbor holds a collection of Matchbox toys, childhood paintings of boats, and airplane posters. Joanne added a signed photograph of the comrades Jordan saved when he made the ultimate sacrifice.
Many of these guys are now married and children, and that feels good that, lives go on.
The silence in these sacred spaces speaks volumes about the price of freedom. The families hope these images give people a window into the lives of the brave young men behind the uniforms.
They weren't just soldiers. They were people who had lives and families that loved them and know that they're missed, that they're missed.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huie. Nestled in the dunes of Smith Point Beach, the TWA Flight 800 International Memorial stands as a poignant tribute to the 230 people killed in one of America's worst aviation disasters. A sacred place of remembrance made even more beautiful by the people who maintain it.
Cleaning the wall off, taking all the dust off of it.
Christopher Carubia and fellow program participants from independent group home living pour their hearts into every task, whether it's keeping the memorial spotless or brimming with flowers.
Loosen it up, get the roots. Good job.
From petunias to daisies and begonias, Kevin Arachi helps grow all the plants from seed at Smile Farms in Moriches.
I think it's wonderful and pretty and beautiful, and I love it.
It's for just, the people who died. Flight 800.
Christopher has helped care for the memorial since it was unveiled 23 years ago. He finds a sense of purpose in honoring the lives lost and the families left behind.
I want them to know that we're thinking of them. And we're just kind of giving them peace to come down here and look at all the plants that we just planted over there.
What makes Christopher and the rest of the group exceptional is that they all have special needs. It's their unique abilities and perspectives that make their contributions to the memorial so valuable.
They're not showing the world that there are people with disabilities. They're showing the world that there are people with abilities.
After TWA Flight 800 exploded and crashed into the ocean off East Moriches on July 17, 1996, IGHL provided support services for the families during the search and recovery operation. The nonprofit also paved the way for construction of the memorial and its maintenance.
We came up with the idea and pitched it to the families in 1998 that we have a group of people that might be able to help. It would support them and also give them some meaningful work in the community.
The impact of the program participants' efforts is most deeply felt by the families of the 230 victims, especially on every anniversary of the tragedy.
There was beautiful souls. They left us too young.
Maria Toscano of Shirley lost her niece, Virginia Pelez Holst, and her husband, Eric Holst.
They do a wonderful job. Beautiful. The way they work, they do with love.
A love seen and felt in a place that never forgets. For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huie.
I've wanted to be a firefighter my whole life.
When Josephine Smith reports for duty at 274 Engine Hook and Ladder in Queens, there is one person who is never far from her thoughts. Her father and hero, FDNY firefighter Kevin Smith of Mastic.
Yeah, I'm very proud of my father, very proud. He was just a quiet guy that'll drop anything for anybody that needed help. So growing up watching him as a firefighter made me always want to do it.
Young Josephine made a promise to her father.
I used to tell him, Dad, you'll see, I'll be at work with you one day.
But that day never happened. On September 11th, Kevin Smith rushed with members of Hazmat Company 1 to the World Trade Center, where he and 342 of his brothers were killed. The 23-year veteran of the FDNY and father of 8 was 47 years old.
It was like a dark period for me. I didn't know what to make of life.
Devastated yet determined, Smith chased her lifelong dream with renewed purpose.
I wanted to be able to carry out my father's legacy and continue the job that he did. And that motivated me even harder.
In November 2014, after 18 weeks of intense training, Smith graduated from the Fire Academy and made history. Smith is the first daughter of a fallen 9/11 first responder to join the ranks of the FDNY. Today, Smith is a firefighter at Engine 274, which falls under the same hazmat unit founded by her father.
Every day I come into work, I'm like, I still can't believe this is what I do for a living. I can't believe that this is my job.
At work, Smith carries her father's spirit wherever she goes. She tucks his memorial card in her helmet and wears his badge number with pride.
But yeah, pretty cool.
Not only does Smith honor her father each day she puts on the uniform, she serves as a mentor and role model, encouraging women interested in becoming firefighters to follow their dreams.
I think this is a job for anybody that puts their heart and mind to it, even if you're a female, 100%.
Smith aims to put her heart and mind into living up to her father's legacy of bravery.
I try to make my father proud every day, whether it's coming to work or doing the things I do in my life. I live by his morals and his ethics and stuff, and how he raised me, and I'm the person I am today because of that.
A daughter's promise fulfilled, a fallen father's sacrifice honored. Reporting for Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huie. On September 11th, the world witnessed New York at its darkest hour and its finest. An army of rescuers from all walks of life rushed to where the towers once stood in an unprecedented battle to save lives. 24 years later, their bravery is not forgotten. At the 9/11 Memorial Museum, a new exhibit is drawing millions to connect with the stories of September 11th heroes in a unique photo essay called Faces of Ground Zero.
They're emotional, they're real, they're sorrowful, they're painful.
It just helps it hit home a little more.
That's the idea behind the larger-than-life photo collection created by veteran Life magazine photographer Joe McNally.
It was a range of New Yorkers who really just were average people, really, and excelled at that moment in time. They realized that this was upon us, and they helped. They stepped forward. So I thought, these people who are standing so tall, maybe I could photograph a collection of them and it would be significant.
Using the world's largest Polaroid camera, which is roughly the size of a one-car garage, McNally worked around the clock for 3 weeks after 9/11. What developed is a gallery of courage and resilience. Nearly 300 portraits, each 9 feet tall, featuring the city's bravest and finest, survivors and victims' families.
My goal was to honor these people.
McNally recalls that often he was shooting through tears.
It was hard. There were moments in time where I was working the camera and I was crying at the same time. Some of the stories obviously were so poignant, some were devastating, some were of heroism.
Heroes including FDNY firefighter Jacob Chin of Merrick. Chin was off duty on 9/11, but grabbed his gear and hitchhiked from Long Island to Lower Manhattan to join the rescue effort.
How could this evil happen?
The unimaginable tragedy pains him to this day.
I was numb. I was numb for a while, very numb. This wasn't your typical fire, you know. No, you lost a lot of friends.
Windows on the World chef Michael Lomonaco survived the terror attacks, all because of a broken pair of reading glasses. Normally in the kitchen on the 106th floor of the North Tower by 8 a.m., Lomonaco stopped in the building's concourse on 9/11 to buy a new pair of glasses. His restaurant lost 77 employees when the first plane hit the tower.
I got lucky. I had a luck that morning to have made a snap decision. I couldn't be more grateful for having my life, but I also couldn't be more sorrowful over the loss of my friends and coworkers, and for their families' loss.
The exhibit is as much about remembrance as it is about reflection. For many, seeing these larger-than-life images of people who faced terror with courage and dignity inspired them to reflect on what matters most in life.
It makes me appreciate life a little bit more and want to go home and hug my family and friends a little bit tighter.
I come away with a greater appreciation for what New York went through and what the survivors had to go through.
The Faces of Ground Zero, a testament to the strength of the American spirit. Reporting for Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huie.